Yo, what is up, guys? It is Freddy Knows Ball here with a brand new video, and this is the first video on the channel, guys. I'm super excited for this series, and I hope that I can help you guys tremendously boost your score on the SAT with all the ball knowledge that I have accumulated over the last year and a half or so of studying for the SAT. And so to start this video off, I really want to say that it is so important to stay consistent with studying for the SAT if you do want a 1600, because you will forget things if you don't continue to study them. Okay, I'm a huge firm believer in spaced repetition, and that, continuing to go over something will solidify it. Speaking of how to study for the SAT, though, do you guys hear that?
Ball knowledge.
Guys, this is the first ball knowledge on this channel, and I want to say that I will be trying to have ball knowledge on every video that I post, just so that, spices up the video a little bit, and it also is like the most important thing of the video. It's like, if you take anything away from this video, let it be this, right? And so the ball knowledge for today's video is that if you are going to practice SAT questions, use the SAT question bank, all right? I'll leave a link to it in the description, and I believe that it is so incredibly helpful to go through the SAT question bank rather than any other, Khan Academy or anything like that. No hate. Because the SAT question bank is questions straight from College Board, which are the test makers, okay? If you're practicing questions from the test makers, you are going to be more familiar with, the phrases they use, the type of questions they ask, and things like that. And that's going to really help you when you're actually going to take the SAT. Also, what I want to say is that if you are studying for the PSAT, you're still in the right place, because the PSAT and the SAT question types are the exact same. Now, the PSAT is a couple less points, and the questions are generally a bit easier. But besides that, they're pretty much the exact same test. So if you're an 8th grader studying for the PSAT, or you're going into your senior year trying to super score your SAT, you can benefit from this channel regardless. And so next thing I want to talk about is the actual road we're going to take to the 1600. And so we're going to start off with reading and writing and the 4 main topics. But I want to actually dig deeper than just the 4 main topics and go into each individual question type so that you guys know how to identify them, and you know the step-by-step process to solving every question type, so that once the test comes, you can say, oh yes, this is standard English conventions, this is tense, this is a transition question, this is rhetorical synthesis, this is words in context, and you're like, okay, standard English conventions, what do I have to check? Is there a colon? Is there an independent clause? Is there a comma? All that stuff, you will understand how to identify everything and the step-by-step process for every question, so that it's just grilled into your head, right? And so I want to emphasize that to get a great score on the SAT, you have to look over your mistakes and the questions that you find difficult, okay? Just because you guessed the question right doesn't mean you understand it. If you don't understand a question, spend time, maybe write down why you got it wrong, things like that, and just try to understand why you got the question wrong, okay? Besides that, we're going into math. It's just going to be all the math question types, bunch of ball knowledge for you guys in there. I'm excited. And a lot of Desmos, because Desmos is incredible, and it's so slept on. It's still crazy to me that so many of these courses, Desmos is frowned upon, and I'm like, what? Desmos is really important. But yeah, for every question type, reading, writing, and math, we're going to be doing 2 medium and 2 hard questions typically. If it's a longer question type like inferences or something, maybe we might just do 1 medium, 1 hard, just to not overwhelm you guys. But for the most part, 2 medium, 2 hard, official practice College Board SAT questions, okay? Now, since this video is pretty much just an introduction to the series, I wanted to kind of give you an extra tip just in general about the reading and writing section, okay? And my tip, you can do this for math as well, but honestly, it doesn't help me much for math. Start at your strongest area in the test. So personally for me, I am a consistently high scorer on standard English conventions, okay? That's like my strongest part of probably the whole SAT. And so as soon as that test starts, I'm going to the question list and I'm going to number 14, 15, or 16, wherever the standard English convention starts, okay? And so if you're good at standard English conventions, go ahead and do that too. If your strongest is transitions, jump straight to those. If you're best at vocab, start at the beginning of the test, you know? And so that's just what's worked for me. I'm not saying that it'll guarantee a boost in your score, but the reasoning behind it is that starting with your strengths gives you more time to answer the questions that you are weaker in. Because if you can fly through the standard English conventions, breeze through transitions and rhetorical synthesis, which is the whole second half of the SAT reading and writing section, now you have more time for vocab, inferences, command of evidence questions, which are my personal weaknesses. And that's about all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait to see you guys in the rest of the series, and I'm so excited to give you guys the ball knowledge that I've learned over the past year and a half of studying. Peace.